folks. Paul Gruen here. What causes conflict? And how many different categories might there be? In his book, Conflict Resolution, Dudley Weeks, covers 7 basic elements that he believes characterizes most conflicts. And based on my many decades of life experience, I agree with him. So let's cover these. And let's cover these before we talk about solutions and how to overcome them. The first and perhaps most obvious reason for conflict is our diversity. Whether it's nationality, religion, race, obviously these differences aren't going away. And diversity isn't a threat, although some people perceive it that way. Second is when needs aren't being met. You can't ignore your needs, the needs of the other party, or the needs of the relationship. So also don't obstruct the needs of either party. And don't confuse needs, which are essential, to desires, which are merely wanted. And if the needs of each party are truly incompatible, and that is possible, obviously there could be conflict. Third is perceptions. Simply put, people interpret reality differently. Some conflicts grow out of perceptions that simply differ. There could be conflicts over self-perception, perception of the other party, perceptions of the situation, or perceptions of threat. So each side needs to clarify how they are perceiving a situation. And just doing that and resolving potential misperceptions can resolve some conflicts. Fourth is power, how we define it and how we use it. If it's used as a tool to control others or to gain an advantage, the results obviously are not going to be good. Fifth are values or principles. Values are what we consider important. They're often moral and ethical beliefs, like being honest with your spouse. Weeks, the author, seems to consider values and principles as synonymous. Preferences, on the other hand, don't have the same level of importance as a principle, but each side may still exaggerate a preference up to the level of a principle. Now, disagreeing on which something might be, principle or preference, can lead to conflict. And if each side holds seemingly incompatible values, it's obviously possible, there could be conflict. So each side will need to consider just how important is that particular value. And each party needs to be clear on what their values actually are. Sixth are feelings and emotions, again, rather synonymous terms. For some, this is a primary factor in dealing with a conflict. Others may try to ignore feelings or emotions. They may believe that even expressing them may make them seem out of control, or that revealing them may obscure the real cause of the conflict. But we're human. We're emotional creatures. We have feelings. They shouldn't be ignored. And last, seventh, are internal conflicts. Conflicts don't always involve other people. They can be internal. That could be a person's values or goals. They're not clear. They may not be sure of what type of relationship they want. And if they have diverse desires, which can happen, there'll be conflict. So if a person's internal conflicts aren't dealt with, and they can be extreme, it can lead to conflicts in the relationship. And some just won't admit that the conflict they're having with someone else is really just a conflict within themselves. So, now that we've covered the 7 different sources of conflicts, we can then cover different approaches to resolving them and the skills you'll need to do that. And I'll cover that in future videos, so stay tuned. And please comment below if you've got any thoughts or stories you'd like to add. And please visit my YouTube channel. I'll add this to my playlist on life. And if you'd like to join my team, so our organization can help you achieve your life goals, ask me how. So that's all for now. We'll see you next time.